Welcome back to the Oddcast. I'm Alex.
And I'm Ricky.
And we're just two odd dudes who decided to start a podcast.
And today we're talking about a lot of different stuff. Talking about snowboarding.
Yep.
Life updates. What we're doing in the next couple weeks. We're really just telling each other what we're going to be doing because we're not going to see each other as much this next couple weeks because we'll be in different places.
Out and about.
Yeah. Your birthday's coming up.
Yep. My birthday's coming up.
Next.
If you're listening to this.
Monday. Less than a week.
Is my birthday? Is it my Monday? Yeah, Monday. So
how do I know when your birthday is and you don't know when your birthday is?
I don't know. I just remembered today that my birthday was next week. So
I know you remembered on my couch.
And I already have my birthday gift.
We were all there when you had this convo with yourself.
But now I'm having it with all of us.
Yeah, but it was very strange because you said that and then you got up abruptly and Paul and I did not know what was going on. And then you stood and kept talking.
Yeah.
Like you were giving a speech.
Yeah.
And then Paul was like, you got to go to the bathroom? And you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
And you just walked out of the room.
I just had to finish what I was thinking about, and then I was going to go to the bathroom.
It was so, like, matter of fact standing up, though. You ever see, like, had that where you just, like, someone makes a decision really quick, and you're like, whoa, that was really aggressive, man.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. Because you're like, it's my birthday on Monday.
Stand up.
Stood up. Like,
you know what that means?
Just so you know.
I got to go to the bathroom. That's what that means.
Just so you guys remember to give me a birthday present. Yeah. I'm going to get you another mug.
It better be the same one.
The same one.
So that I can share it with
I'm going to get you
a friend or something.
I'm going to get you a whole plate settings worth.
Of Nicolas Cage. And they're all heat changing.
That'd be a great thing.
That would be great. I'd really love it.
Well, so we're talking about snowboarding, talking about all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And all the good stuff we've been up to.
That sounds great to me.
Let's get to the Oddcast. So should we start with the really good news, or should we save that to the end so that people have to listen all the way through? Or they can skip to the end, but they'll have to find it still.
Let's save it to the end.
Ha!
Unless it accidentally slips out.
Okay. Well, I'll try not to. Will you try not to?
I might have it. We'll see.
But will you try?
I'll try. I'll definitely try.
Well, there is no try, only do.
Oh, there's do not also. I could just do not. You know what?
So I'm going snowboarding this weekend.
Right.
We've been snowboarding together. Once. Your first time.
Did we go 2 days that time or just the one day?
Just the one day.
I thought so, but I wasn't positive.
Your maiden voyage on a snowboard.
Oh, and then I went one more time like a few weeks after that with just Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool invite, bro. Whatever. Still mad. But
me and you. How about this? Me and you. Just me and you go now.
Yeah. This is really
leave Tony out of it.
Yeah.
She won't even know. She doesn't even listen to this.
We'll go into Saturday. She works.
Yeah.
We just won't say anything. And it was Marco Polo from the top of the mountain.
No, we'll just get back home and I'll have sunburned into my face the glasses or the goggles tan, and she'll be like, "Did you go snowboarding?" My
wife won't know either because she does an internship on Saturday.
There we go. What's up?
But she listens, so now she'll know. But pretend like you didn't hear that.
We'll do it this Saturday. It won't have come out.
Got it. So we will snowboard. Exciting news in my life. Update.
I
bought a new snowboard.
I know. And
I'm
it's so pretty.
Excited about arbor board, all wood. I'm so excited about it. I mean, I love going snowboarding, but this trip this weekend is just really exciting.
Yeah.
That's actually my first trip this year, just because we've been so busy, but also,
right.
I mean, maiden voyage on a new board. That's just like, so excited.
I'm excited for you. I saw it, and I have an all wooden arbor board as well that you pointed out to me in a used sports shop.
Yeah. I talked you into buying it.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
and I had never even been. Well, I mean, I went like as a kid.
Right, but that was before you were dating Tony too, right?
I don't know. Maybe?
I feel like because you hadn't been, and there was like, you were like, oh yeah, maybe I'll go with the friend group this winter. But I don't think you guys were dating yet.
It was probably right around the same time.
Like you started talking.
Maybe. I don't know.
But then, now you go.
Now
you have it.
Now I've been snowboarding more with her than anybody else in my life.
Because you've gone twice?
I've gone twice. But to be fair, yeah, that's pretty much it, actually.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I've gone just as many times with her as I did with my friend Matthew when we went when I was like 13.
Tony, you got competition. His name is Matthew. And do you still talk to Matthew?
No.
Well, you should be able to beat Matthew then, because he's out of the picture.
Tony and I are also going snowboarding this next week on the 20th. which will be
a Thursday.
Yeah.
That's a weird day.
Yeah, well, we figured it wouldn't be as busy.
That is true. Well, not. Where are you going? Snowball?
Just Snowball. Yeah. We'll go up.
Better hope they get some new snow, man.
I hope so. Well,
Man,
who knows what's
that
going to
stuff
happen.
gets icy up at the top.
Yeah.
I like Snowball, but whoo, they don't get enough snow.
And it's been a while since the last rain.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Snow.
Yeah, you don't want rain.
You don't want rain.
It is ice.
Rain down here, I just interpret as snow up there.
Snow up there.
Yeah.
Well, so I got a new board. Super excited about that.
Yeah.
But right before this, I was on Instagram, as we do. We talk about where we start recording, and then we both get on Instagram, and it takes forever to get going.
Right.
Paul yells at us, and we finally start doing work that we're supposed to do.
Right.
And I saw a video. I showed you the video where skier, the worst kind of people.
Yeah.
Just in the entire world. I have skier friends and family, so if they listen to this, we love you, but grow up. And so,
use both your feet together.
Use both your feet together. I mean, like a real person.
Yeah.
Surfing is like that. Wakeboarding is like that. All those things are really cool.
Mm-hmm. That's totally true. Skateboarding. Also like that.
Longboarding. They don't have
boogie boarding.
Oh, I guess it'd just be rollerblades.
No, yeah, skateboard. A skateboard is to rollerblades as a snowboard is to skis.
Yeah, and they have skis for the water.
What about a scooter? How does that count for anything? What about those hoverboards? Which, by the way, why do we call them hoverboards?
I know they don't hover.
They don't hover at all. It is really stupid. Is that their name?
An actual hoverboard.
But it's like you can only use it in very controlled environments.
Yeah, but they have one. It actually hovers.
True. Yeah,
it uses magnets.
Yeah, like frozen magnets.
Yeah, the movie Frozen.
Yeah, they all have the sticker, Frozen sticker on it.
Well, what was the same for this?
The
video. So the skier has fallen off the lift and is caught by like one string. And he's like near the bottom of the mountain. There's all these guys trying to help get him down, and they're like bringing over a pad.
Yeah.
They set it down on the side, and they go to like release him, and he falls right next to the pad, just straight head first, and then collapses and just totally misses the pad.
Yeah.
But I said all that because my wife, who I love, she's become a really good snowboarder. She kind of needs still some getting used to that first run, but she does great every time now. Not falling, not doing anything. She's good at it. Still struggles with the lift.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that just don't like the lift. They just have this fear of the lift.
Yeah.
And I just don't understand it. Like, I'm on the lift. The only thing I'm worried about is dropping my phone.
Really?
That's it.
Because, like it's just coming out of your pocket? I always zip it into a pocket.
Well, I take it out when I'm on the lift.
Oh, okay.
Right? If I take a picture or whatever, that's the only thing I'm really worried about.
Right.
Is drop my phone. That's why this little thing would be, you don't have it on this one. That little thing that you have would be handy on the lift.
It would be.
I'd feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
But that's it. Because then I'm like, I got to get all the way up there. I can't just jump off when someone grabs my phone. I'm going to have to try and find my phone in the middle of all these people. Not going to happen, right?
Not even in the snow.
In the snow.
Especially if it drops into some fresh powder. Mm-mm.
Yep, it's gone forever.
Yeah.
So that's my only fear. But like I'm messing with my bindings, my pockets, whatever. I'm just having a good time. But then you get on the lift with some people, and like you can see the fear in their eyes.
Yeah.
And they are just back pressed against the backrest, like. And the last time I went up was the very first time I ever had someone be like, "Hey, do you mind if we put the bar down?" Because most lifts have like a bar that you can like bring down in front of you for security. And I was like, "What bar?" Like I just kind of forgot it was there because they don't ever use it. And they're like security bar. And we're not talking like young kids.
Right.
It was like older people. And it's like, oh, okay. And they brought the bar down. It was not a fun experience because I couldn't move.
Right.
I felt more scared with the bar down around me. I was like getting claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Where it's like, God, like I need to move.
Well, what's hard about when you have the bar down is where you put your snowboard. Because the bar doesn't the bar typically come down?
Some of them have little like feet things. Yeah.
And that's difficult because you're like, you got to, I don't know. It's just hard to maneuver.
It depends on the lift. Snowball has those because Snowball also has uses that in the summer for bike runs. So you can they have hooks on the side. You can hook your bike on, carry it to the top, and then ride your bike down the mountain.
That's cool.
Yeah, I did one of the trails down Sunrise on a mountain bike once.
Huh.
It was terrifying.
Yeah,
I'm not a mountain biker. And it was like my second time ever going. And my friends were like, let's do this. And I was like, oh my God. Yeah. I was going to die the whole time. I didn't. I made it.
Right.
Have not gone since.
I haven't gone mountain biking since I was like 10. And I went to Lots Canyon, like Young Life camp.
Right.
And they were like, we're all going to go mountain biking.
You're like on a Walmart mountain bike?
I don't know. I cried. I didn't even go down.
Because you were scared?
I was scared.
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't even really know how to ride a bike until I was like 12. So.
How did you go mountain biking at 10 then?
I didn't. I got up to the bike and we were at the top of the mountain. I just cried. And then my leader was like, are you serious? Like, why are you crying? And then I just didn't go. Everybody else was like, this is great. We love mountain biking. Not me. Horrified.
So you've never been since then?
I've never been. I've never been mountain.
Right, well, so you've never been.
I do know how to ride a normal bike though.
Oh,
let me set the record straight there.
That's good.
I'm really into, as far as bikes go, I'm really into like the cruising along the beach.
Oh, beach cruiser. Nice.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Nice. So I'm going up this weekend. Super excited because they got snow last week. They haven't really gotten any this week. So I'm hoping we get some more snow. Just so, fresh snow is nice. But what's crazy about, we're going up Sunrise. What's crazy about Sunrise is it gets kind of hot there. Like not hot, but it's not, we're not living in Colorado.
Yeah.
If you listen and you're not in Arizona, we get snow here, and it can be cold on some days, but there's a lot of days where we have snow and it's 35, 40. And when you're snowboarding, that's hot.
Yeah.
Like taking the jacket off and you just coasting and having a good time.
And the sun hits you if the sun's out.
Yeah, and it's bouncing off the snow, which makes it, reflect and you get all sunburnt, stuff like that. But one of the things is last year, I started doing a lot more on my old board. And I'd been, keep getting better. I carve and I do all that kind of stuff. Like I'm a decent snowboarder. I wouldn't say I'm like great because I don't get to go,
Not doing flips.
Not doing flips, but I do jumps and stuff like that.
Right.
But, and there's parts of me that wants to do bigger jumps, but the other part of me is the adult part that says you have to go to work next week.
Yeah.
So like that hinders me.
And but you have a wife.
Yeah.
And a dog.
I'm not going to die. Like I'm not getting I'm not getting off that high off a lift or off a jump. Like I'm not doing the super pipe at the X Games. I'm just like, there's a little jump over there that I could get,
Yeah.
Cold feet off the ground. Anyway, so last year at Sunrise, there's a spot where there's kind of like meant for, or not Sunrise, Snowball.
Like a terrain park?
Yeah, there's kind of a park in the middle at Snowball. And I was watching guys do it or whatever, and it was fun. I went off the side and did the little terrain park by myself or whatever. And it was just like that moment where I'm watching these guys and there's this envy of like, oh man, I could do that. Yeah. And I was thinking about like a couple years ago, I would have just full on gone for it.
Yeah.
Like not even knowing what I was doing. No hesitation. And now, we've been married a couple years.
Yep.
I'm like, I have financial responsibilities. And because of that, I'm like, I don't want to do the jump.
Yeah.
It's not even a fear of getting hurt. It's a fear of missing work, which I was like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Adulting becomes a weird thing. Like we talked about how Christmas is different when you're
an
adult.
It is different.
All of a sudden I'm like thinking about like, I might need to slow down and give my knees a break.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so true. Because even looking at, because obviously we went snowboarding last time and I started off with a decent amount of reckless abandon of like, I'm just going to go down this hill.
Yeah. We were all very much concerned for you. Because we watched the first scorpion happen, and I was like, and then you got like, you were slow to get up on that one.
Oh yeah,
you were slow.
That one hurt.
And then you just kept going that fast, and I was like, oh god, it's gonna happen again. Like I was in the 60% sure that we were gonna see you being taken down by the snow patrol people.
60%? You didn't stop me? What?
Dude, you were gone. We were off helping. Literally, Paul was there. We were helping our other friend who was their first time.
Yeah.
And you were so reckless abandon. You were just gone.
That's true.
And your wife was like, he's doing well. And every time I was behind you, I'm like, he's going. I wouldn't say it's doing well. Like there was multiple times where I was watching like, oh God, he like it was bordering the line of doing a good job for your first time, but also like then it would quickly move to like he's getting the wobbles and he's about to like he's like, but you like would recover and then you would like pull it out with like a nice like little slide, like a smooth finish to it instead of just like a
Oh,
you
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like there's a good way to kind of slow yourself down and fall when you're snowboarding, like make it fun. And then there's just like I've lost control and I'm about to somersault. And there was multiple times where I was watching you and I'm like, I don't know which one this is about to turn into. And one of the ones was when I grabbed your hands and we were standing in a circle. And then you just kept holding on and I was like, oh, we're going down. And there was no stopping this. And we both just smacked in the ground. It's a good time. But
one of the best ones for me, which was also a shocker, is when you're facing your back down to the bottom of the hill and you dig your heels in a little too much and you just fall backwards onto your back.
Yep.
And you fall a further than a normal distance if you're falling backwards because the hill is still in a decline.
Yeah.
So and
it's much further than you think it is.
It is. And I remember catching that and falling back and just immediately wind knocked out of me. I was like, oh gosh, this sucks. That was maybe worse than the scorpion.
Yeah.
Because the scorpion just happened, and then I just kind of gumbied back. It was just like, oh, okay.
The scorpion hurts more the next day. When you have a little bit of back pain, you're like,
right.
Oh, what was that?
What did I do? Yeah.
But that was a good thing that we only went one day. Because if you go 2 days right away, your legs are done.
Yeah.
And so, like, this upcoming trip, I'm excited. With a new board, it's got a little more flex in it.
Yeah.
It's a nicer board. I had a nice board before, but I'm just excited about moving into kind of new realm, not higher end board, these kind of things, but also having been as comfortable as it was last year and kind of like, I was scared to do those jumps, but I was still doing more jumps than I had in the past and getting more and more comfortable. I'm like, I'm thinking we can go a little harder this year. And like, I've done black diamonds, I've done those type of things, but I'm like, I think I want to push a terrain park a little, but then the other side of me hits where I'm like, I don't want to mess up my new board. And now I'm in a conundrum. Because I'm like, can't go do boxes because what if I scratch my board?
Yeah.
So might just go do a couple little jumps here and there, but I got to keep the board pretty at least for one whole season.
You gotta.
But I don't know, man. It's a weird time because I'm also thinking about like I've been working out this year. I mean, I haven't worked out a lot over the winter break stuff because it's Christmas,
bulking season.
Yeah, exactly. But like I'm in decent shape. I'm feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
Could do I was squatting a lot more than I was last year when we went.
Right.
Feeling good about like just leg strength. Like I think I could go a couple days in a row and just not feel too bad. So I'm excited about that.
We'll see. Yeah.
I mean, every other year we always go 2 days over MLK weekend and
no problem.
Now I got a massage gun too because I got adult money, so adult recovery tools.
Yeah.
Massage gun your legs out. I haven't had that snowboarding, so that'll be fun. See if that helps at all.
It probably do you some good.
Yeah.
You got to get like, I don't know if you can get like those hot stones. Can you? I assume they're just stones, right? Or do they have to be special?
I don't know.
Paul, do you know anything about
that? Looks terrifying.
Why?
They pull them out with like tongs. They're not willing to touch them, but then they're going to put them on my skin.
Yeah.
That seems messed up.
I don't know.
That doesn't seem right.
I don't think they're just burning you.
You don't know? Have you ever done it?
No, I haven't. But I feel like that was like if they're just like branding everybody who comes in with 5 to 6 stones. I mean, if that's the case, great on them for making money doing that because that's it's really good for you guys.
That's like the cupping thing. You seen that?
Mm-hmm.
People leave with like big old suction cup marks on them. It's all black, and they're like
they got attacked by Larry Boy.
Yeah. It's good for your body. I'm like, I'm not buying it, man. You do not look good.
Yeah.
Like there was giant circles all over you, and they're like, no, I swear it's good for you.
Yeah.
I
never got that one.
Like acupuncture.
What? I don't know.
That's the needle one.
That's supposed to be some like ancient art or something.
That was nice, actually.
You've gotten acupuncture?
Yeah, I have.
It's not nice.
How is it nice? What does it do? Aren't they just stabbing your nerves?
They are. They're stabbing you.
It's the muscle. So they stab the muscle, and so the muscle tightens up, and then when they take out the needle, it relaxes the muscle, so everything gets super relaxed.
So here's what.
Wait. So they're just tensing you up a ton. It's like it's kind of like when you take a really cold shower and then get out of the shower and it feels great.
Here's what they're doing. Look, this is the business model. They're gonna create a problem. We're like, oh no, your muscles are tense. Oh look, we can fix that. We'll make them more tense.
And then release them back.
And then we'll just take a needle out of your skin and you'll feel better. That's only because they just made it worse. That's like me punching you in the face and then hitting your knee 3 times and be like, your face doesn't hurt as much now, does it?
It's not quite that.
It's exactly it. They're stabbing you with a needle,
I think my shower analogy was better.
They're stabbing you. There's pain involved.
There's pain. Whenever you get into a cold shower, like an ice cold shower, there's pain, bro.
I don't have pain when I get in a cold shower.
You're lying to yourself.
If you go from a hot shower, like hot water, or cold water, and then to the hot water, that's when the tingling happens.
There is a lot of pain.
Like when you go from the pool.
From pool to the jacuzzi?
That's not fun.
Yeah.
I don't like that. That's a weird feeling.
It's
like your body is like melting.
Like
I like it afterwards, like when you've kind of like, but
settled
that
for a little
initial
bit.
moment, it's like that's like getting acupuncture all over your body.
It might, that's pretty close, I'd say.
I think they invented acupuncture when someone's foot fell asleep one time and it felt really weird. They were like, it feels like a bunch of needles in my skin. Someone's like,
that's an
great
idea. We're gonna do that.
We should try it, see what happens. And the guy's like, it really feels like I'm tensing, and then once you take them out, it feels a little better.
I want to know.
That'll be $70.
What is behind acupuncture?
Needles.
Skin.
What?
Muscles.
But like, Paul, why did you get acupuncture?
Because it looked cool.
Because it looked cool?
That is the lamest reason ever.
I thought like maybe you were going to be like, it's a good thing.
I was 7.
You were 7?
Yeah.
You're allowed to get stabbed by strangers when you're 7?
They weren't strangers.
They were friends?
It was his dad. They were just in the kitchen. He just used sewing needles.
Hey, bring out the sewing kit. Ding, 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 ding.
Maybe that's what happened to his toes.
They sewed them together. It was a horrible acupuncture accident.
That's why he put the little tattoo.
Snipping it back again. Those are fabric scissors.
They took too long to cut it, fuse together. Oh my God, this is so wrong.
Oh man. Oh. I'm sorry, Paul.
Look, I'll never do acupuncture. If anyone stabbed me with needles a bunch of times, I'm leaving with a tattoo.
What if I did it with you?
No. I'm not.
Is there anything that you wouldn't do alone that you would do with me?
Go to a movie.
That's lame. I wanted like a peer pressure answer.
I don't know. You gotta give me a scenario.
Let me.
Like acupuncture. Here's my fear with acupuncture. We're talking about irrational fears. I don't have the irrational fear of falling off of a lift chair. That seems silly to me. Just lean back. You're fine.
I agree. I agree with you.
I am a little scared that it might stop.
And then you're stuck up there.
Then I'm just stuck up there.
Yeah.
But if there's a lot of fresh powder, I'm less scared. I don't know why you just abruptly laughed like that.
Have you seen the video of the pipe that bursts on a snow mountain?
No.
A snow mountain. On a snow run.
You remember that time you were telling a story about Canada and you said
it was like it melted ice.
And I was like, is it that what water?
I swear I'm a little bit more literate when I'm not recording a podcast. Not a lot, but like a little bit.
A little bit. It's weird what happens to you when the camera turns on.
Yeah. I don't know where I was. Oh, no. Okay, so there was a pipe that burst on like some. It was underneath a ski lift.
On a snow mountain.
Underneath the ski lift, and the ski lift stopped.
Mm-hmm.
But it was shooting up water, like freezing water that was evaporating in air. Like, so not freezing. Evaporating, actually.
It's evaporating.
Just wait.
It was a science.
I've hit all 3 forms of matter. Liquid.
What is going on? All right, I'm tracking with you.
It was very cold water that was shooting out of this pipe.
So it would freeze.
No.
Cold water can't evaporate in cold.
I don't know. It looked like it was like shooting up and then
if it's
hitting.
Go ahead.
It looked like it was shooting up and hitting the person that was in the seat on the ski lift and then like just dissolving.
So it was
Then it had to be hot water.
Maybe it was hot. I don't know.
Yeah, you never seen that? Where it's like really cold
yeah,
and you
I've
take
seen
hot
that,
water? That's the only way. If it was cold water, it would freeze.
Yeah. So, well, anyway, this person was sitting on a ski lift. It stopped because a pipe burst, and they were directly over it, just getting hit with all this water.
That sounds awful.
Yeah. Could you imagine?
No, that sounds awful. So, I'm not scared of the ski lift.
Dude, I am. I'm not scared of falling.
Getting stuck would be the worst.
Getting off of the ski lift.
You don't like it still? Oh, you've only gone twice.
I've only gone twice.
You'll get used to it.
You
got to
freaks me
get
out.
a stomp pad.
I should get a stomp pad.
It'll be way better.
I believe that.
You got to get a good one though. Don't get a cool
where
design
I
one.
would get one.
I'll show you good ones.
Can you show me after this? Because I'm going next week, so
I'll
I need
show you.
one.
I'll show you Amazon.
Cool.
I'll show you the one that Eric has.
Cool.
Acupuncture.
Yeah.
Here's my fear with acupuncture.
Okay.
You seen the ones where they put it in people's faces?
Yeah. And then they like move their eyes, or not their eyes, but like their eyelids.
Yeah.
And then
just
like
talking
everything
about it
moves.
makes me queasy.
Yeah.
But here's my two fears. Like if they were doing it in my leg, I think I'd probably be okay. I wouldn't like it, but I'd be okay. Like if I could win $1 million, I would do it for $1 million.
Sure.
My back?
$1 million?
$1 million.
For like 500,000?
No.
You wouldn't do acupuncture for $500,000?
$1 million.
I would do acupuncture for $3,000.
$1 million. That's my number.
$1 million.
$1 million.
This is
Listen,
not true.
I'm telling you why.
Well, here's the thing.
I'm telling you why.
I have my good friend Mr. Moneybags McGee out here. He's coming. He's got $500,000.
It's Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast, yeah.
The spine or the face?
Oh, yeah. Well, the spine freaks me out because I don't want to be paralyzed.
Exactly. But the face, too? Like, my fear, what if they touch a nerve and I flinch and I fall off a table and just, boom, whole bunch of needles in my face.
Oh, and they all go through?
That's terrifying.
I don't think you would do that.
They don't think a lot of things, and then it happens.
That's true.
And
I'm just saying you as a person, I don't think would flinch and fall off a table.
Yeah, when I get tattooed, I sit like a rock.
Yeah.
Which is is funny because, like, if you ever got a tattoo.
Yeah. I have. One.
Yep.
Not a painful one.
Humidity.
I mean, yeah, humidity. The other form of water.
You have humidity, and I have
a lion.
A lion.
I
was trying to think of I was trying to think of a funny word they call mine. I couldn't think of anything quick enough.
Dryness. The opposite of humidity.
So evaporation.
Evaporation.
When you go get a tattoo, right? There's kind of like a stereotype of getting tattoos and the people that give tattoos and this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Always have
typically
an eye patch.
There's like eye patch, peg leg, also known as pirates.
Yeah.
They're like bigger dudes have like tattoos, and you would think like a bigger guy would normally sit better, but the tattoo artist I was saying, he was like, a lot of times those bigger guys, they like move a lot more or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't know why it is. And so when I sit, I'm always like, I don't move, so I sit like a rock. But it has nothing to do with whether or not I'm in pain.
Right.
Obviously, you're in pain. It has to do with like, I don't want to mess up. Like I don't want to have a shiver or a sneeze.
Right.
So it's almost like I'm not breathing the entire time.
Right.
But I do the same when I get a haircut.
That makes sense.
And like the barber I go to uses like a straight razor on on the edges, and I'm like, I'm not gonna move.
Right. Yeah.
Like this is how you die.
Yeah.
I've seen horror movies before. But then I think like, am I acting weird?
I do. Okay. With haircuts, I totally know exactly what you mean. Where you're like, I don't even know if I can smile. Like, what if I move the muscles in my face and then they cut my
what if it
face?
changes the back of my head?
Yeah, I don't know. And I'm also like, the other thing that I do like when I'm getting a haircut is I'll like look at myself in the mirror and I'll see that they've combed down all my hair in a way that I would never do my hair, and it looks terrible. And I'm like, am I supposed to look like I feel good right now? You know,
what face am I supposed to make?
Yeah, like what is that?
Here's my problem. When I do a fade and my hair is really long, like it just was when I went and got my haircut last week, they like just go right along the middle. So it's called like a mid skin fade.
Yeah.
And they just like shave that down, like with like a certain clipper.
Yeah.
So then I just have all this thick hair. And it's just like, looks like it's
that's
bald.
awesome.
And you just have to be like, it's okay.
It's going to turn out fine.
You're going to be fine.
Yeah.
Like, just don't react. So I just sit there like. scared to move or say anything because I'm like, if I make a face that makes him think he's doing bad, then he will do bad on purpose. That's my fear.
Yeah, he probably thinks you're mad at him.
Not only that I'm mad at him, but like that I'm judging him, and I don't want that. Like,
what? Okay, go with me here because as far as I understand, you tip your barber a good deal.
Yes, every time.
Which is probably a little bit of a compensation for, I promise I'm not mad this whole time.
Exactly. Like, I tip my barber very well.
Yeah.
Just like I tip tattoo artists very well.
Yeah, yeah.
If you get tattooed, you're supposed to tip your artist, just so you know.
You know what? Okay, question here.
Answer. Daily double.
Okay.
Jeopardy.
Yeah, yeah. Gotcha. I got some plumbing work done the other day at my house. We got 2 toilets put in, right? And then I paid the plumbers, and there was an option for a tip. Are you supposed to tip plumbers?
Be honest with you, I don't know. My father-in-law is a plumber, so I don't typically pay for plumbing.
Write in. Tell me if you're supposed to tip a plumber, if you know.
Here's the problem. Okay? We're just going to get into all sorts of trouble about tipping. Talk about that.
Let's do it. Let's talk about tipping.
Look, I worked in food service. I was paid via tip.
Yeah.
For a while. I don't understand when you go to like the coffee shop and the guy at the register, flips the little square thing around and you're supposed to give a tip on that one. And I'm always like, I want to know, are you getting it or is the one person making it? Because you're just working the register.
Right.
They're doing the work. Like, I want to tip them.
Let me tell you, they are splitting it.
Usually.
Yeah, usually.
Right? I don't want to tip the guy that just took my order. When I go to the place we go to a lot,
yeah.
I don't know if I should say it. When I go to that place a lot,
yeah,
and they know my order there, what? At that point, usually the person that knows my order is the one making the drink,
right?
Because the same person when I go,
yeah,
and so they're just like, yep. And I'm like, yep, and then the other person's like, oh, what did you get? And so I just tell them like, okay, I feel weird tipping that person.
I think
that's just a personal thing, but I'm like,
yeah, I think you're tipping all of them when you tip.
But I'm not. I'd rather just go hand that person money.
All right.
That's my personal thought.
Yeah.
And like other things, like when you just go and like you pick up delivery and they're like, you want to leave a tip?
Yeah.
Not really. Like, because like there's certain jobs, like when I was a busser or a server, like you get paid a certain amount and then it's a lower because you're getting tips. Those other jobs where you're not getting paid lower because you're not expected to get tips, I'm like, I always feel weird. Like at Dutch Bros, I always feel weird tipping because I'm like, I don't know who gets this. And there's like 500 of them working in a little tiny shack. So I kind of feel like I should tip, but then I'm like, my dollar does not go far for 500 of you. So I don't know. It's just a weird feeling. Right. But like people that I see consistently, my barber, servers, I don't see them consistently, but when I'm out, like I'm eating, I tip. We have a mentality, Eric and I, like tip well because these people are, they're helping and they're doing something nice and this is their job and it helps keep them going. And right. If I was serving and when I was serving, I always appreciate a nice tip. So we try and be generous in that. But I'm like, especially the people that are doing stuff that affect my look, I'm gonna tip them back.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm like, if I have to come back to you, then like, and I look, a couple weeks ago. No, it was more than a couple weeks ago. It was probably a couple months ago at this point. I try to forget it, wipe it from my memory. It was in our Marco Polo. I went to my barbershop.
Yeah.
And I have 2 guys that will cut my hair.
Yeah.
One other lady that if neither of them are there, she'll do it.
Yeah.
She does a good job.
Yeah.
One of the guys, none of them were there. So this other guy took me. Right. And it's like first come, first serve and goes in order. And usually be like, hey, I'm waiting or whatever. He's like, all right. This guy cut my hair. He's cut my hair once before.
Yeah.
He did fine. He was fine. My hair is kind of difficult to cut. I know that. Every barber always tells me that. This man messed my hair up so bad. Like, so bad.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize, because, they give you a little thing, and I looked at this side, because this is where my hard part is. So I was like, oh, yeah, it looks fine. Yeah. And it's like, I wasn't happy, but I was like, yeah, it's fine, whatever, girl. Yeah. The other side, the fade, looked like someone took a lawnmower to my hair.
No.
Man. It was so bad. And so I like got home and I was like really frustrated.
So what did you? So let me ask you this: when it's a guy that like doesn't do your hair as well,
yeah,
did you tip less?
No. So here's the problem, right? I only looked at the one side.
Right.
And it was like, it looks fine. So I just tip when I normally tip because they like all know me up there.
Yeah.
Because I've been going there for 5 years now. So I tipped him and it was like, whatever. I'm not super happy with it, but it is what it is. Because they do cash tip that you can't like write on your card. So it's what I had cash, so I just gave it to him because it wasn't going to ask for change.
Yeah.
Because that makes me uncomfortable too.
Really?
I have a lot of things that make me uncomfortable. I'm like, I'd rather just give you more. Like, whatever. It's just a couple bucks.
Yeah.
Doesn't affect my life that much. I mean, in the long run, it probably does, but. So, no. But so here's what happened. I was frustrated.
Yeah.
And I was like, I looked at Erica, my wife. I love her to death. She was like, I don't see what's so bad about it. And I was like, you don't see how hideous this looks?
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah. And then I was more mad, right? Because I'm like,
do I always look like this?
Like, am I always this stupid looking? So then I was like, I'm going to go. My barbershop has another location that they opened last year.
That's the one I go to.
67th one?
Yeah, 67 Happy Valley. Yeah.
So I went over there, right? And I was like, I'm just going to go stop by. Well, my boy Sal was over there. You know Sal?
No, I go to Oli.
Don't know who that is. Sal, who used to be at the one I go to, was over there because he moved over there when they opened it. He was like one of the main guys. But my man Russ, who's one of the two that cuts my hair, was at that place.
Oh.
And he was outside. When I was walking up, he's like, what are you doing over here? And I was like, what are you doing over here? He's like, oh, I have Saturdays off, but they needed extra. Like, they were out. So he's like, I just came over to make some more money. He's like, oh, cool. He's like, what are you doing? And I was like, bro, look at my hair. And he was like, who did that to you? And I was like, it was beep name here. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, man. So then I would see Sal, and he was like, who did that? Like, they're thinking this happened somewhere else. And I was like, this happened at the Happy Valley location. He was like, man, that's messed up. We'll take care of you. So then Russ saved my hair. Right. He didn't even have to cut it any shorter. He was just able to blend it better. I was in the chair for another 35 minutes.
Wow.
This man fixing my hair. Yeah. Like, blending it super slow to make sure everything looked good. Yeah. And I was like, now I got to tip this guy. Yeah. But it was Russ, so I was like, I got you, man. He was like, no, it's okay. Like, they didn't charge me for it. But I was like, no, man, like, I'm going to tip you. You don't realize. Because this was, like, saving me. Right. Like, embarrassment.
Right, totally.
Anyways, I don't know how we got on a haircut.
I don't either, but I agree with you there. Fear.
Oh, we talked about tipping.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the guy you got to tip.
In that situation, totally tip the second guy. But here's my question as a follow-up question, because I think, like, there's a difference when you have somebody new cutting your hair. True. That you're like, all right, like, maybe I'll give them the benefit of the doubt this one time. But I'm also like, when I first get somebody to cut my hair, if I don't really like it, I'll probably tip them a little bit less. Right. Because if it's a person I normally go to, like, normally they cut my hair well, but maybe this time it's just not as much as I like it. Typically, I put that on myself because I don't have clear-cut instructions ever when I go to the barber. I'm like,
just do something.
I just kind of like, I went like almost the same style, but like maybe a little shorter. Or
yeah, which whatever. Is not good when someone's like just cutting your hair. You like have to be pretty precise.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's why I go to Oli, because she knows how to cut my hair. And the first time I ever came in was before my wedding, actually.
Yeah.
And I was like,
you asked me about where to go.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. And I was like, I'm kind of looking to do something like this, and she's like, yeah, I got you. And then every time since, she's cut it pretty well, and so I'm happy with it.
I have a picture. I took a picture that day.
Oh, of your hair?
You know what my hair normally looks like, right?
But turn your head to... Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Right, see that blend?
Yeah, that's a nice blend.
This is what it looked like.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's not good. That's
like, the rough. Other side was this.
Yeah.
And this was that side.
Yeah, that's rough, bro.
Like, you can see the line. Yeah. That's not a blend at all. So then I went to Russ, and this is what he turned it into. Look at that.
Good for Russ.
I know, man.
Much better.
My man had me. Well, then I found out. The other guy that used to always go to.
Yeah.
He's been gone for 4 months. I thought he left the company. He was just on a 4-month vacation.
What? Where'd he go?
I don't know. He just said I was on vacation. He went to a lot of places.
Huh.
So he was back. He cut my hair this time.
Yeah.
I walked in, didn't have an appointment. I was like, I happen to have an appointment go away. I can make it.
Yeah.
So I made it there. He was there. His name is Hanan. He was like, what's up? And I was like, hey, he cut my hair. So I tipped him even more than I normally tip.
Because you hadn't seen him in a while.
Hanana's back. And he was like, hey, make sure you make an appointment next time. And I was like, hey, my schedule's different now. So he was like, just make it. I'll make sure it works. And I was like, so I tip him more.
Nice.
People take care of you.
That's so good.
You gotta take care of them.
Right.
I don't know how we got here. But tip your plumber? I don't think so. That seems weird to me.
I know, because I was like, aren't you charging me for everything you just did? Why am I paying you more for what you just did?
Yeah,
like,
I don't understand that.
And it's not like you did extra and didn't charge me for it.
Yeah, maybe there's something we don't know.
I think what it probably was is just they're using an online site that automatically has a tip function, or maybe allows it, and then just like we're like, why not?
Yeah, might as well ask.
I honestly, if I had a website that allowed it, I'd probably put it on there because some people would be like, all right, I'll tip you.
Sure, yeah. I feel like if you have like a person like that, and you tip them around the holidays.
Oh yeah, okay.
I could see that.
It was definitely around the holidays and we didn't tip, but
you know, it's like, I'll give you some little.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
But if they did like a lot.
Yeah.
If they were like, here's your quote, I'm not going to give them a tip. That'd be weird.
Who knows? Maybe we're probably going to have him come back in and do our kitchen sink, so.
Oh, now he's going to do a bad job. You didn't tip him.
Maybe. We'll see.
See, that's when you definitely need to tip.
When they're coming back?
Yeah. It's kind of like protecting yourself. You're like, hey, you coming back to my house? All right, I'm going to make sure we're kosher here. We're good. Yeah. Because or else you don't know what they're going to do. They'll be like, I'm going to leave this bolt just a little loose.
Why is it all leaking? They're like masters.
But it won't leak right away.
In exactly 6 months.
It's gonna leak when it's no longer under warranty.
They're brilliant. They deserve it.
That's how it always works. But irrational fears, man. Yeah. They can mess stuff up.
What?
They can mess stuff up.
They can. One of the things that I don't know if it's an irrational fear, but it's a fear. It's a fear that's pretty much never needed except for in specific situations, and it's the fear at trampoline parks of your foot getting like going under the pad around by the springs.
Yeah,
I've seen back in like middle school. Me and some of my friends would go in, and this girl that I knew got her toe stuck under there on one of the springs. Came out bloody toe. Yeah, gross. No feeling in her toe. Still to this day.
You want to hear the worst thing? Like being a basketball player.
What?
Have you heard of being degloved?
Yes, happened to Jimmy Fallon.
Yes, it did.
It's also one of my biggest scares, having a tungsten ring.
Yeah, it happened to Jimmy Fallon from the edge of his kitchen counter.
Yeah.
I watched that happen to someone.
To Jimmy Fallon?
Not to Jimmy Fallon. At a rec center. Like people playing. Guy playing with his ring on. Went up and got caught in the net, and I watched it happen.
Oh, God.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm glad I can't dunk.
Yeah.
Like, what? That. And like, no one knows how to react if that happens. Like, your finger just came off, but it didn't.
Right. The bone is still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if anybody doesn't know what degloving is.
High five.
Yeah.
Like, the skin and the muscles, tendon things.
Rip off.
Tendons. They don't think it. Maybe muscles.
Typically, it's because you
just got a bone left in your hand.
Yeah, typically it's like what happens is it's somebody wearing a wedding ring or a ring of any kind. They get caught on something and it pulls all the skin and muscle off.
Ugh,
it's
disgusting.
Gross. In case you guys didn't know that.
Yeah.
Now you do.
Now you know. Science time with Alex.
Yeah. That's also why they made the silicone wedding rings now and why those are so popular.
I liked my silicone ring. It was great.
I didn't really like mine. I gotta get a new one.
It was great. And then I lost it. And Erica said, you should wear your real one. So I do.
There you go.
Good husband.
That works.
Good husband.
Way to go, man.
Thank you.
Proud of you.
I'm proud of you for being proud of me.
You're welcome. I mean, thank you.
So you're going to Snowball.
Yeah.
On.
I think I'm gonna try some jumps this time.
Thursday. Please don't.
I'm not. I won't try any jumps. Probably.
I think you will, because your wife is a hey, let's push the limit kind of person, and
I don't know. She's mellowed out a little bit since we got married.
It's the same thing. Wait a couple of years in.
Maybe.
She's gonna be like, we can't do anything. It's all dangerous.
All the bunny hill.
She's a nurse too. She sees bad stuff, so then it starts to get to them where you're like, I know what pain
what
is.
Can happen. Yeah.
She's like, we could get degloved. You're like, I'm just driving.
What's worse is she knows the recovery process and how long it would take.
Gross. Sounds painful. So you're going up.
Yeah.
What's your like go to? Do you like more like downhill? You want to speed, Or you're like, I'm a cruise person. I'm just kind of cruising.
Right.
Because you're not hitting the park yet because you've been twice.
But we'll see.
Don't hit the park, please. We have a podcast.
I'll weave around it.
There you
all
go.
Right, yeah.
Go through it, but just like go past all the jumps. Just like right down the middle.
I'm just going to sit right next to a jump and just clap for people.
There are people that do that. Like
really?
They just go through the park and they don't hit the jumps. And I'm like, just don't
go down the normal hill.
Just don't go over there. Like that's not for you.
I'm going to be just like them.
Don't do that.
Those are my heroes.
I'm going to throw ice balls at you.
You're going to come up to Snowball on a Thursday?
I'm going to go watch. Maybe.
You're going to play hooky from school?
I have time off.
All right.
You know.
Can't wait to see you up there. Maybe as you go off one of the terrain park jumps, I'll clap for you. But to answer your question, whether or not I'm a cruiser downhill or whatever the other one option
you
was.
Built for speed?
No. Do you see how tall I am?
That's what I'm saying, man. You get a nice crouch, you'd be aerodynamic.
I don't think that's true.
That is true.
I think you're probably more aerodynamic.
No. You could get some good speed, man.
What?
I'm telling you.
I don't know how that makes sense.
You see the ski pole jumper people? They're pretty tall usually.
The ski pole jumper people, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know if they're tall. I think it's just that they're wearing long skis and it makes them look tall.
No, they're tall.
I don't know.
I'm going to look it up.
All right. How tall is the average ski pole jumper?
Yep, I want to know that. But
okay.
You tell us which one you are.
Well, okay. Well, I mean, I'd say I'm probably not experienced enough to be I'm just going to bomb this hill, you know? So I'm probably more of the cruiser. But this specific time that we're going with Tony's sister and brother, and her sister's never been before. And maybe even her brother. I think he might have gone a couple times. But so we're probably going to be more cruising and just kind of learning and doing the basics.
That's fun.
It'll be fun.
I like just cruising on a mountain.
Yeah.
Like I want to do 1 or 2 runs where I'm just trying to bomb down the mountain as fast as I can.
Yeah.
And the rest of the time I just want to hang out.
Yeah.
It's so relaxing there. You got to have something that's nice and relaxing, you know?
Yeah.
That you're like, it's kind of active, but not like, it's not running. It's sport. Maybe if you run and that's relaxing you, but I don't know.
Some people love it.
I don't know those people.
I don't get it. Yeah.
I don't either. I feel like
I know those people.
Those people scare me.
But I wouldn't invite them over for dinner.
Yeah, exactly. Because, like, you know, if there's someone that's like, I enjoy running.
My dad used to do
You just go running.
Yeah.
Those are the type of people that you're like, you could kill a person, couldn't you? Because there's a little psychopath in there.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm having an off day.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for a run. Like, they enjoy pain.
Yeah.
They enjoy inflicting pain on their joints.
You've seen Back to the Future, right?
Yes.
There's the one where it's the Old West. I think it's the second one. No, I think it might be the third one. And Doc is talking to all of the cowboys about what people do in the future. And one of the things he says is, he's like, people are running for recreation. And they're all like, that's ridiculous. You know, why would you run? It's like the craziest thing to these cowboys. And I think we need that dose back in our life.
I think so too. People shouldn't just run just to run.
But you got to do sport.
Yeah.
That being said, I definitely don't play any sports, so.
You just hold a golf ball while you do it.
I'll hold a golf ball while I run.
I was trying to look it up, and it just keeps telling me how far people have jumped.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I mean, look, the skis are long. That person's as long as their skis.
That person looks like his or her knees are made out of jelly.
It does kind of like that. That is Stefan Kraft. Okay. How tall is Stefan Kraft?
Wait, what was your bet? Did you already read it?
No, I haven't. I haven't hit enter.
What's
6'4".
I'm going to bet 5'10".
5'7".
Ha! I was wrong.
No, but look, 6'1", 5'8", 5'11", 5'9". They're not short.
So what you're telling me
5'11".
is these are all, for the most part, average height dudes.
Well, one is 6'1". That's not average height.
That's an outlier.
5'11". 5'11" is not average height.
5'9" to 5'11". I thought 5'10" is the average male height.
5'11" is bigger than average then.
But 5'9" is under, which means combined they're probably about average.
I don't know. I don't know if all those were ski jumpers. It just had a bunch of names that I don't know what they are. They're all different languages.
Sounds like you don't have enough proof.
Okay, I'll come back next week.
With us, give me a chart. I want a chart. I want a bar graph
of the tallest skiers of all time. This just happened to be
not
the
the
guy,
tallest. I want the average height.
The average height? Yeah, I don't know if I find that. I was going to say something, but I forgot what it was. Snowboarding.
Ski jumpers. Looking up
Would
stuff
you
on
ever
Google.
replace snowboarding with skiing?
Yes, maybe. If I'm old. I feel like if I'm old, it's just easier to ski.
You saying skiers are lazier?
No. I just think skiing is more stable and less likely to fall.
Because you could do the pizza?
Yeah, the pizza or the fries.
Do the triangle thing?
Yeah. I just think I could be like, yep, I'm hanging out on the slopes with my grandson.
You know what I like is when skiers have the poles under their arms and they just like, they're going and they just turn and they're just like
back and forth.
And you just look like a fish swimming.
Yeah.
You're just kind of like.
Good for them. They're having a great time though, you know?
Yeah. This is good.
It does kind of freak me out though, because I don't have any intuition as to how to ride skis. I mean, I know there's the whole pizza fries thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that actually would work, you know?
I fear the pole.
In your hands?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what if you fall? You stab yourself? You think that's ever happened? Think someone's
probably.
ever like impaled themselves on accident?
I'd say in most cases, if you go, do you think that's ever happened? It probably has.
That's probably fair.
Yeah.
I mean, but not every case.
Well, yeah. And if you were like, have aliens ever actually abducted a cow? I'd be like, probably not.
Probably not. That's like most sharks don't know what camels are.
That's true. Most sharks.
I mean, maybe the ones in the zoo have seen a camel.
Yeah. Like just walking by them. What is that?
That's like the TikTok that was going around for a while. Is like your dog doesn't know what your name is.
Yeah.
And I was like, my mind was blown.
Yeah.
Like I've never introduced myself to my dog. So then I did.
Well,
He didn't care.
I think because, you know, we have like Disney and all these movies that personify animals
Yeah.
as being like sentient as if they were humans.
Yeah.
Animals do not understand things the way that we understand things.
I don't know, man. I say go to mom. Dozer goes right to Erica.
But that's basically a command. If you were like, hey, go to McDonald's, he would have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know. He does.
He
like
has no
McNuggets.
concept
He
of how to
tries
drive
eat my
anywhere.
McNuggets every time. But he does know how to go home. If we're in our neighborhood, no matter
No,
where
yeah,
we're at,
yeah, I
I'm
believe
like,
that.
"Hey, go home. It's crazy. I don't know how. Sometimes I'm lost in the neighborhood. Our
Do you
neighborhood's
think-
confusing.
Let me go with you here. Do you think that if we took him out for a drive, we took Dozer out for a drive.
It sounds like we're getting rid of him. We're taking him to the desert.
We take him out for a drive. We bring him back half a mile away from your home
Yeah.
on a different route that we took to get out.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he would find his way home?
I have no idea. He has a very poor sniffer,
Okay.
but he is very,
probably still better than
very
us.
intelligent.
Yeah, he is.
And so I don't know.
Hmm.
Maybe. But at the same time, if there was a ball, probably not.
Probably.
Because he'd be like, why do I need to go there? I got a ball.
Yeah.
He loves playing fetch.
That's fair.
I really want to take Dozer snowboarding, though.
Can you do that?
I don't know, but I want to put him in a little snow boots and just take him with.
Yes.
How cute would that be?
You should get a backpack for him.
He
Except
would
for if
not
you
like
fell, that would be horrible.
it. Yeah. They don't fall that often. So that's good.
That is good.
But, man, think of little dog skis. How cool would that be? Just get a little dog skiing next year. That'd be a great time.
I'm imagining Dozer doing this, and all I can imagine happening is him kind of freaking out that he's on skis
Yeah.
and then rolling down the entire hill.
Yeah. That's probably what would happen. But if we put a
And
ball...
you would have to chase him on your board.
Yeah, but if we put a ball in front of him, that would help him focus.
Yeah, probably.
Like if I had a ball on a string, you know how people do that and they get the dog to like pull
Yeah.
them on a skateboard or whatever?
Yeah, I've done that.
If we just did that with the ball in front of him and the little skis, it'd be a great time. Think we could make it work.
I think that's a great idea.
Have you seen the ski bikes?
Yeah. The
Those
ski
are weird,
bikes.
man. I'm not.
I
about
watched
that.
a whole Red Bull video about that ski bike.
Red Bull does the craziest stuff.
They really
We
do.
should get sponsored by Red Bull.
I'm not doing anything that they do. We just talked about how you wouldn't cliff jump. There's no way you're doing a Red Bull video.
I would if Red Bull sponsored me.
Well, okay. Would you get acupuncture?
I'm a hard pass on the acupuncture, man. I am not about it. Especially
wait. For the podcast.
Wait a second.
Red
Especially
Bull
if
is
I
sponsoring our podcast. See,
Nope.
they're going to promote our podcast. We're going to get probably 800 listeners after they, maybe more. 800 is a really great goal for us.
Look at. If I have to drink Red Bull before I get acupuncture, I'm definitely falling off the table and dying.
What about after?
I'd
Or
be
they
like,
put water in it. so you-
acupuncture, brought to you by Red Bull. No, I'm out.
You're not going to get
It's not
acupuncture?
extreme enough.
You wouldn't get acupuncture for Red Bull to promote our podcast.
I would probably highly think about it. But
Good.
it's still not affirmative yes.
What if I did it with you?
I would gladly have you do it for us.
No. With you, not for you.
How close are we?
Like proximity?
Yes.
Like
are we doing it at the same time?
Yeah.
Do they
We're
have
shoulder to shoulder?
Do they have to do it on my spine?
No.
Can they just do the rest of my body?
Like the back muscles, and maybe some calves.
I'm in. I'd be in.
All right.
For Red Bull.
Red Bull? If you want us to do...
But I would rather that pretend Paul is me for that.
No, we can't do that.
Why not?
Different hair color.
We could dye his hair.
I don't know. Give us your best Paul or Ricky impression, Paul.
I think we should shave Paul.
I'm so angry right now.
That was awful.
That would not work for acupuncture.
I think we should shave Paul's head.
What?
I really want to know how smooth it is.
I think he would probably look good. I think he'd
so too.
More intimidating.
I think Paul will look good with a cul-de-sac one day.
I don't think that's the case.
I mean, look how luscious his hair is on the side. You get rid of the top.
That's exactly why he wouldn't look. He'd look like Doc.
I don't see the problem here. Just look at it.
I look at him all the time and know what he looks like.
Yeah. But have you ever looked at it and thought about that?
Have I ever thought about the cul-de-sac? No.
Yeah. When we just laser the top half off. Paul, would you let us laser your hair off if Red Bull sponsored our podcast?
No, I would not.
Wow. Fake fan.
No.
He's got a soon-to-be wife to think of.
Yes. Our news that we saved to the end is that
Yes.
Paul will be on the podcast next week discussing his recent engagement to the wonderful Emily.
Yeah.
Which we were
famous writer-in of the podcast.
Yes. We were
and Swifty, who judged our Swifty.
Major Swifty, yeah. We were all there when that happened. She was very surprised.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll let Paul.
We all asked for Paul.
Yes, we did. We sang it.
We sang it.
In off-key unison. But we'll let Paul tell the details next week.
Yep.
What's your wisdom, man?
Mm-hmm.
Make it snow-related.
Yeah. If you didn't know, snow is just frozen ice.
Oh my gosh. You ever you ever think about
We're running out of time. You gotta finish.
You ever think about man, we're really funny. This podcast should have a lot of people listening to it. And then you listen to stuff like that, you go, oh, I get it. Every week that's what I'm like, man, we're so funny. Some more people should listen to this. And then we get to a certain point and I'm like, I understand. Right. All right. Well, we love you guys. Tune in next week to listen to Paul talk about his engagement. Thanks for listening. Stay off.